The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, written by Robert Stevenson, was first published in 1886. The Gothic novella told the story of a man who developed a split personality after conducting experiments on his own body. The book has been adapted into a number of films, TV shows, and made it to the Broadway stage in 1997. Now, a Chinese version of the story is wrapping up tonight at Shanghai Grand Theatre before heading to Beijing and Guangzhou. I had a chance to talk to the production team and find out what they've done to make the translation work. In his eyes, I can see where my heart longs to be. 我怀念他眼中的温暖，那是我依偎的港湾。 Forgiving for 照亮了天空，生命全有我的意义都在他眼中。Now I realize 照亮了天空，生命全部的意义都在他眼中。 I mean, well, it does feel amazing to sing on a stage like this.
It does. And Shanghai Grand Theatre is such an amazing venue, and it's an honor to be singing here.
You probably think Li Tong looks a little bit familiar because she hosted Shanghai A to Z with Stephen Weathers.
That's right.
On ICS before.
Yes,
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while. I have been back in Europe for a while. I went to Holland, Sweden, and England, and I've done different productions of Miss Saigon, both in Dutch and in Swedish.
And so the song we just sang is, you know, the great duet of Jekyll and Hyde.
It's so famous.
Definitely, you know the original English version. So how do you compare, you know, the Chinese translated version with the original one?
I think Chinese in itself is a beautiful language to sing in, and the translation. It didn't change any of the meaning of the English, so it's a beautiful translation. If there's another opportunity to do another musical in China, I would definitely say yes.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, the song is a duet of Emma and Lucy, who are both in love with Henry Jekyll. Henry Jekyll is a good man during the daytime, but a murderer, Edward Hyde, at nighttime.
My dear Jessie.
Oh my God. Okay, hello.
Hello.
Okay, I like this better. You're normal now.
Yeah. Back to my normal.
Liu Lingfei is one of the country's most successful and experienced musical performers. The Shanghai Conservatory of Music graduate has been involved in most major productions in the country, including the Chinese versions of Cats, Dracula, and Murder for Two.
Tell us more about the show you're doing. Have you seen the original one? Have you studied all the Jekyll and Hydes before you?
The Jekyll and Hyde is a very famous story. This role makes the dream role for every actor. It's very fantastic, and for me, it's very enjoyable to play between Jekyll and Hyde. The Davies version is the most the recognized one. I have to, you know, learn the script carefully and have my own understanding of this role. For example, I will use some rock vocal technique in Hyde voice.
Do you think they're lost in translation?
I think sometimes the translation should not be the literal. In theater, it should, you know, plain and clear. And you know, I hate the subtitle.
I know,
theater,
you
know.
Because you're singing on the stage, so you want it to be clear. You want it to be simple. Because when you sing, it's not very easy for them to actually get the lyrics right. So you don't want them to look at the subtitle, but looking at you. Exactly.
David Swan is the director of 12 different versions of the Jekyll and Hyde story, including the South Korean and Chinese productions. He has spent quite some time here in China to make sure the Chinese version captures the essence of the Broadway original. He couldn't have accomplished it without the help of the executive director of the Chinese team, who translated the script and the 33 songs for the 3-hour show.
Shall we? So how long does it take to finish the whole translation for Jekyll and Hyde?
This is the first time I translate for the entire musical, which has 33 songs altogether. A friend of mine, she asked me, are you familiar with This Is the Moment, the song? I'm like, yeah. So she's like, are you interested in translating it? I'm like, sure. For the musical Jekyll and Hyde, I would love to try. So I translated this one song, and they loved it. I think it's about half a year later, they asked me, are you interested in translate for the entire show, including the script? I'm like, yeah.
Is there any song that you encountered the biggest difficulty? You're like, that's it, I quit, I can't do this anymore, this is just impossible.
For me, there are several aspects of this job that makes it so challenging. When you are translating for a musical, you can't listen to other music. You will feel like you're betraying your musical, which you didn't finish the translating work yet, and you're listening to some other music. It's not good. So that's one challenge. And the other thing is, like, they sing and they act and they almost sing the songs like lines, not just songs. So you need to really understand the action of the character, and you need to understand the event of the scene. So it's almost like writing the script in the Chinese again.
Tell us more about confrontation, you know, the process when you translate confrontation, because this is I think this is the most dramatic song, and this is so difficult for the actor, for like every staff member here, and I believe including, you know, as an interpreter.
I need to feel the desperation, struggle, and the conflicts the two characters have. They are trying to take control of one body, and they just jump from one another all the time, and they are trying to kill, almost like kill each other at the same time. It's really heightened emotion. And that song is actually also when you say, oh, I want to quit, I don't want to do it anymore, when I'm translating.
That's
this
the
song.
one.
Me and I have been you. Can't you see you want me? I'll see you there, Jekyll. No! 秀贤。